Yesterday, we spun the wheel of punishment for McLovin. Now, 3 years ago, McLovin said the following, and as a result, a listener said, are you going to make McLovin pay up on this if it doesn't happen?
Wheel of punishment.
Okay, fair
You
enough.
have to hear the entire guarantee.
All right, here we go. Joe Namath.
Alex Smith is going to throw the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl. In 3 years for the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay, so obviously that won't take place. We made him spin the wheel of punishment. And we have some great opportunities there. There was a polar plunge. He'd have to wear a knight's suit in here for a day. He'd have to be 2-a-days for a week, an English accent for a week. So there are a lot of things, including, I don't know who suggested this. I'm going to guess somebody from our audience.
Yes, somebody emailed us in.
Okay. They said, how about McLovin goes to a restaurant and then eats off somebody else's plate, and you don't even tell them that he's doing it, but you somehow are able to film it? Yes, Paulie.
So the entire crew goes downstairs after the show, and the restaurant is actually quite empty. It was like 12:05 Eastern. And so we start scouting it out. Where are we going to hide the cameras? Where are we going to hide the mics? Our group's pretty ramshackle, but we put a pretty good game plan together. Then Seton and I are sitting there with all the people, and we start seeing people stream in. And there's a couple older ladies, like really old. And I was like, I don't want to, you know.
Well, the place was empty at first. There was nobody in there, and we were like, dang, man, we picked the wrong day to do this. But then, there was like sort of like these older women came in and were like, I don't know that we could do that. Another couple came in, and everybody that walks in, we're like, is that it? Is that who we're going to get? Like, it was so strange to see like all of these marks. We started referring to them as marks. Okay, here come 2 marks. And you're looking, and you're like, I don't know, is that going to be the people? And then all of a sudden, these 2 women walked in.
How would you guys have been on a stakeout?
Well, we're getting to that. Yeah. So the mother and daughter walk in. Looks like they're having a nice mother-daughter lunch. The mother's probably mid-40s. The daughter's like mid-20s. Okay. They sit down. They each order a Bud Light. They're having a nice little chat. Yeah. And we're like, that's it. That's the table. So we start like blocking out who's going to sit where. We had a GoPro camera that we're going to put on a table right next door to shoot really close. Mm. The GoPro craps out. Of course, we don't charge it. We had no charging for it.
Okay, all right.
Seton and I sit down at the table right across.
So we figured if we sat there, we could get the women's reaction, and so we rolled me and Paulie both with our iPhones.
So you guys are at a separate table than McLovin and Fritzy?
Fritzy's at the bar having his tuna melt.
Everyone else is at the bar, so staying out of the show.
Andrew's hiding somewhere.
Oh, by the way, I'm like, everyone's like, we got to be conspicuous. We had a camera crew, and one of our cameramen's wearing bright orange headphones, and it's holding a huge camera. It looked like one of those National Geographic shoots.
We also rolled in a huge jib that was swinging around the bar.
It couldn't have been more obvious to anyone walking in that something was going to be filmed here.
Except these 2 women. Because they were pounding Bud Lights like nobody's business, which is great for our bit.
Just crushing Bud Lights. It was awesome.
So we kind of get set up. Seton and I are sitting at a table with no menus. We have our empty drinks, so we're trying to fake like we're getting ready to order food.
Okay, I do have to know this, though. Has our legal department seen this and signed off on this?
So then we move on to the next part of the bit.
I'm not. No, I'm being serious here, Paul.
Do you want that answer? Do you want to do the thing where we ask forgiveness later?
All right. Well,
we did have permission from the bar and the restaurant owner. We did get verbal.
Okay.
And we did get permission after the fact.
Shockingly.
Okay.
From the 2 women.
Okay.
The 2 marks.
Okay. All right.
So
I just need to know this.
We come up with a bit because McLovin's like, how do we come up with a table? How am I going to go out there? Might just be some guy who rips off a plate of fries and runs out for his life. So we get a T-shirt from this bar and restaurant, the Seven Seas. And McLovin decides he's going to pretend to be the manager checking on the table. And that was going to be this bit. Like, how's your dinner going? We found out from the bartender that these 2 women had never been there. It was their first time. So they wouldn't know any of us. They wouldn't know anything going on.
Okay. Okay.
So should we hit it?
I got to tell you, at this point, my anxiety level it's unmeasurable.
Okay.
I think everyone was anxious.
Okay. So those listening on radio are still going to be able to understand what's going on here?
Right. So you're going to hear Andrew had a mic on, so you'll be able to hear him okay. The women that are sitting at the table are a little more faint. There is some profanity that had to be bleeped. But if you listen,
We did bleep it, though.
at the last minute, yes, we did bleep it. But we'll put the video online, obviously, and you can watch it all there. But the audio, I think, is still pretty good.
Okay, if you're listening in your car, turn up the audio a little bit higher than normal. Is that fair to say here? We're okay?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, here we go.
Excuse me, hi. I'm the manager here. My name's Andrew. I hear you guys have never been here before.
Yeah.
I just want to check and make sure everything is okay.
I mean, I've never been here before. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
really?
amazing.
I've been to, but
Oh.
I've never done lobster roll yet.
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Shrimp is awesome too. I'm gonna grab one of these. Awesome. Enjoy your meal. If you guys know anything, let me know. Okay. Thank you.
Are we getting a car?
Yeah. Yeah, it's on TV.
He just took our food and ate it. Like, really? You didn't know that?
No.
No.
He walks up there and he's like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm the manager here. I just wanted to see how everything's going. I know you hadn't been here before. I heard that you hadn't been here before." And then he's like, "Well, everything's really good." And the ladies are like, "Oh yeah, so far it's been great. It's awesome." And he's like, "Okay, yeah." And like the shrimp is really good. The lobster roll is awesome. And he goes, "Oh wait, I'm just gonna grab one of these." He reaches over, grabs a French fry, dunks it in her ketchup, eats it, and splits.
Smiling the whole time. Like it's NBD.
Unbelievable. And the lady's looking at him like, "What is he doing?"
The mother just goes, "What?" And she shakes her head. She's like she's seen a ghost. And then as he walks away, you hear, "What an a-hole."
Yeah.
And you should have seen her face, Dan. She already had like part scowl form when I walked up. She could tell there was something amiss, and she was so angry. I've never gotten a look like that in my whole life.
Yeah, fine.
Then if you continue the video, which we had to cut because we're laughing so hard, the rest of the people in the restaurant pick up on what happened, and they're all like, "What happened? Did he just take food off your plate? What are you gonna? You got to complain? Well, he's the manager. Who am I going to complain to?" They're arguing over what they're going to do. So
Like other tables, right? Like all of the surrounding tables are then like, "Whoa, what's going on here? Like this is crazy." And meanwhile, Paulie and I are still sitting reading our pretend menus, acting like we had no idea.
holding our
what
phone
was
up to the
going
left.
on.
Seat and I are about to break character and start laughing, and I go, "I'm gone," and I ran out the door and into the house.
I saw you guys run out the door.
That's the moment.
I'm driving by and I see you two scatter, and I'm going, this didn't go well. And I sent a note to Paul. I go, "How did it go?" And he goes, "Save it." He's not even going to tell me until today. Yes.
So what happens afterwards is McLovin's in back for at least a minute. We had bought another version of what they ordered, so they had replacement plates in case he touched anything. We were going to let them know it's a bit. And when he walked out there, I think they knew it was a bit, and they still weren't very happy when he first walked up to the table with fresh food.
Oh no, they were still like the lady. Both of them were not happy about it at all. And yeah, he even brought out the food and was like, "Here you go. We're just joking."
I brought out new plates of what they'd ordered. Now, here's the thing. I walk out a minute later, and I know I'm going to need to explain this. I know she's angry. So I'm like, well, Paulie and Seton are going to be sitting right there, and they can help me. And I walk out there, and I'm looking all over the restaurant, and I can't for the life of me figure out what happened to Paulie and Seton.
Andrew is there. I mean, he's just like, swimming, holding on for dear life here, trying to get himself out of this. And I actually moved him out of the way so I could get out the door.
These guys were so gone.
Fritzy, where are you?
I'm finishing up my tuna sandwich and my French fries and my cranberry juice, having a grand
That was
old time.
literally zero help.
Now, what
No
do you now,
offense.
now? At what point do you approach them and try to get the okay to put them on TV? Now that they're so upset and aggravated, how much time do you wait before you say, "Hey, by the way, can you assign this?" Or
I probably, I think you'd have to do it right away just to say, "Hey, just to let you know, this is what was going on." I don't think you let them simmer and then they're still talking about it and not pleased about it. How long did you wait before you went up to say, "Hey, I'm sorry, we were just, I had to pay off a bet."
I waited about a minute and a half.
Okay.
It's a long minute and a half, Dan.
Oh,
when
boy,
people
is
are
it
dropping
ever.
a-hole and jerk and what the hell
At
do we-
other tables they're doing that?
Yeah, well, they're like, "That guy just took your food. That's terrible." And they're all collectively, "How are we going to..."
He's the manager and he took your food?
That's disgusting.
It was crazy.
Does this happen here a lot? They're asking other customers, "Does the manager come up and take food?"
Did you tell all the other tables?
Absolutely not.
No, we didn't.
Not
tell
in
anybody.
advance.
Oh,
Oh,
nobody
no,
knew.
no. I mean, after the fact.
Oh, no one had any idea. There was not a person.
No, afterwards. I just.
Oh,
wanna-
yeah.
Okay.
Afterwards, they all heard because they all saw what happened. They all
Okay.
laughed.
Okay.
After, maybe like 2 hours later when I was leaving, I went out, or maybe an hour, something like that. I went downstairs and went into the bar just to check and be like, hey, is everything good? Are we cool? That was crazy, but it was a lot of fun. And the bartender's like, oh, yeah, no sweat. Like, everybody calmed down. They all realized it was a great gag, and it was a lot of fun. And as I'm leaving, the two women are leaving.
They're still there?
Yes. And I hear the one say to the other, something along the lines of like, yeah, and those two guys sitting there at the table with their drinks not ordering anything, they were definitely in on it. So they were clearly breaking down the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Now they're kind of recounting. They're and surveying the room.
McLovin was so tense beforehand. He's in the back room going, like, because it's to put your hands on someone else's food. You're breaking a plane of social norm.
Oh my God.
We have pre-video. We have a lot of video that we'll put up on the website of me before. I could barely speak. I was so nervous. I don't know why this freaked me out.
Because initially I said that you had to do it 4 consecutive days, but then I was told that from legal that they would they're stressed, underline stressed, that it's a one and done.
The Chamber of Commerce might say the same thing.
Yeah. So that was your wheel of punishment. Well done.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
soldier
you.
there. Yes, boy.
Let's put it this way. These two women, if they would get a nice discount on DirecTV service. I would say that for the next few months.
Yes, Paul. Or Fitzy. What?
Now, I'm just concerned about this restaurant as far as this good publicity, bad publicity. Do we need to make sure over the next several days that we go there for lunch every day to just make up for any damage that was done for the people's experience?
Are you trying to get a free lunch here? Because
I-
you know who picks up lunch. It's me. So nice try.
I may have put
nice
some
try. How about
groundwork.
you go every day this week?
I should,
Just yourself.
to make up the difference of whatever
Yes.
PR hit they took.
Yes, that'll do it.
That building has never seen Fritzy's wallet come out of his pocket.
Wow.
Hey, but by the
I
way,
haven't either.
I did give her. I gave her a second entree. I'm like, oh, don't worry, it's on Dan Patrick. You know Dan Patrick? Like, yeah. Well, he's buying you a second lunch. I hope that's okay.
Oh. Worked you into the conversation.
Thanks. Great. The video's online, danpatrick.com.
Dude, it
Will
was
be shortly.
so great.
It will be online? Is that
Yeah,
what you said?
we'll have it at the top of the hour. We'll get it online.
2 minutes. Get it on there.
The look on these women, on their faces, when he reaches across the table, grabs a French fry, and dunks it in like they're both watching in like just disbelief. Like, what is this guy doing? It was unreal. It was so great.
The lunch rush was later than we thought.
There was nobody in there except for one couple sitting at the bar, and then all of a sudden, just as like one couple came in, then another, and then the whole place filled up. Like,
So Dan,
holy.
here's the players. There's McLovin. Two ladies are back here, the woman in the yellow and the mom. That is Seton O'Connor's head right there. I'm just behind him. We are holding up menus. Mine was upside down. And we're holding our cameras like this to film.
And then you have the camera here, and then we're each recording, and then there's another camera looking over the thing right up there.
The best thing you want to watch here is don't watch McLovin take the food. Just watch the face of the woman in yellow after the pleasantries.
Oh, no. Heather was down there.
Just watch her face.
Okay. Oh, like sort of fake and.
Watch that, Dan.
And go on.
These are. Look at it.
Did that just happen?
Dude,
You didn't know that person?
that's
No,
the
he
other
said-
tables start talking.
Oh.
That's where they're like, you didn't know that person? And we're like, oh my God, this
He
is getting
said he
ugly.
was the manager. Did someone really say, who am I going to complain to? That was the manager.
Oh, my God.
Dude, it
The
was
greatest reaction.
it was
Great
seriously
facial-
just unbelievable.